Oh, this is Kevin Mail, and today I want to say Happy New Year. Got a little bit of Raging Bitch from Flying Dog, so let's give it a crack. And I'm not going to do a top 10 beer or anything like that, but I wanted to just mention a little bit of some of the beers that impressed me this year. I'm not going to dog anybody. There has been some real disappointments, but so cheers, Happy New Year's. Oh, that's good. I haven't had that in a while. Christmas beer. My son got it for Christmas. Good job, matey. Again, we're doing a little retrospective. First off, this past year we had our first grandchild. My first grandson was born, so again, I'm pretty happy about that. It's been 2 months now, and he's just wonderful. A few of the beers that really jumped out at me this year, I wrote some of them down, which I don't usually do. Usually I do everything off the top of my head. I didn't want to forget them. Jack's Abbey, Hoponius Union, loved it. Wormtown B Hoppy, loved that beer. And even though I'm only 50 miles away from the brewery, I've only found it on cans around here once. I know a couple places that serve it on draft, so I can get it there, but I really have a hard time getting it. One that in a million years, never thought that I would like. It's Evil, this is one reason I wrote it down. Evil Genius Purple Monkey Dishwasher. It's their peanut butter chocolate stout. I'm like, ugh, this is gonna suck. And it was amazingly good. It's not something I'd want to drink every day, but I was really impressed with it. Another one that I was impressed with is out of Spencer, Mass, which is probably about 20 miles from where I grew up. Is at Spencer Trappist Ale, the first official ale, Trappist ale in America. They're doing a really nice job, really good beer. And here's one that's a bit of an anomaly. It's the Harpoon 100 Barrel series. I don't know if you guys have seen it around, but they did one with just a Citra, so a single hop Citra. And I had it on draft in the bar and it knocked my socks off. Loved it. So I said, I'm going to review this. I'm going to share it and let everybody know what a great beer it was. And it wasn't horrible in a bottle, but it just didn't have that flavor, that Citra hop flavor that you really look for. Another one that I really kind of like a lot, and these were kind of two of them actually, another two that I liked a lot. And one is 6 Point Global Warmer, and then the other one is the White Lion out of Springfield, White Lion Pale Ale. Both of them I thought were really well made, lots of flavor without being too over the top, very drinkable. That White Lion is kind of becoming my go-to beer now. Just to have in the fridge for something to drink watching a ball game or something like that. And probably, no, I'm going to back up. Treehouse Brewing. They're in Munson, Mass. Again, maybe 25 miles from here. And they are brewing some of the best beers in the country. And, I mean, I haven't loved everything I've tried for them, but the ones that I love as good as anything. The two that I reviewed, the Curiosity No. 9, and the Haze, just out of this world. I remember talking about Haze, saying it was right there with Hetty, and I believe that. So, and the Curiosity No. 9, and they got a Julius, which I tried a couple sips of. I have not had it. Out of this world. They just got some great beers. So, as always, I spend a lot of time hanging out with the guys up at Broadbrook, and they make some really great beers. My other go-to beer would be their Hop Stiller. Drink it all the time, have it on their growler all the time. Been there, but I got the t-shirt. Been there, got the t-shirt, so. And then a couple of things I was going to touch on. Been about 3 years since I was doing this, maybe even 4 at this point. Between the two sites, I had a site I stopped posting to and put this site up. And that one had about 125 reviews on it. This one's got about 175 last time I checked, maybe more, maybe less. I don't keep that much track of it. So, and about 300 reviews. I guess I'm just want to go and kind of talk about what I like and what I don't like at this point. I put up a quick, and I never write anything on my post. I just do the reviews and put them up there and let it be. I'm not really good at marketing it. I'm not making any money from this, even though that was the concept when I started it. But I put up a quick thing about pumpkins, no pumpkins. I didn't review pumpkins last year. 2 years ago I didn't review pumpkins. This past year I reviewed one. I caught more shit about not liking pumpkin beer. And so I reviewed one, and actually it was fairly well. I did Southern Tier Pumpkin. It was fairly well made. Wasn't horrible, but I just don't particularly like pumpkin beers. It's not a style that does much for me. And it carries over. I think it's more the spice. It doesn't really thrill me. The nutmeg and the cinnamon, because I'm not a huge fan of the winter warmer kind of beers either. I don't intentionally ignore them, but when I'm standing in the beer aisle and just looking around, I'm like, I'll pass on that one. So, and then following that up, and I just come to this conclusion in the last week because I just did another Belgian. I'm not a huge fan of Belgian ales either. Even though I love the Spencer Trappist ale, I thought that was a great beer. You know, the quads and the triples, and I thought about it, and I think it's because they're just the sweetness in them doesn't appeal to me. I've become a huge hophead. I admit it. You look at my list, pretty much everything on it that I like, there's going to be some sort of pale ale, IPA, other than my Purple Monkey and my Spencer Trappist. So everything else is an IPA or a pale ale on it. But then on the flip side, a style that when I started doing this that I avoided and didn't hardly drink it at all, but I enjoy quite a bit now are our stouts, our Russian Imperial Stouts, our straight Imperial Stouts. I enjoy a really good stout now. Again, it's not something I would sit down and drink to watch a ball game, but I really enjoy one. I enjoy reviewing them, the different flavors. Another one I just did, the Pretty Things, what is it, Barapapa. That was a great Russian Imperial Stout. That should have been on my list, as a matter of fact. And I haven't had it for a couple of years. Old Rasputin. I mean, just really enjoyed the stouts. So, to sum up, had some great beers this year. This is actually one of them. I love this beer a lot. Had some great beers this year. Had some real dogs. I don't even want to bring those back up. Don't even want to talk about them. Not a big spice beer guy. Might do some in the future. Don't know if I'll ever do another pumpkin again. I succumb to peer pressure, and at this point, I don't really need to prove anything to anybody. So I guess I'm going to just leave it at that. I love my IPAs. Going to do some more IPA reviews. Matter of fact, I'm kicking around. I'm going to go back and do. I got two things I'm kicking around. One, I got a fresh bottle of Dogfish Head 120. So I want to do a 1690 120 together review. I just got to find the time to sit down where I can drink the beer and not have to worry about functioning anywhere after I get done those 3 beers, because I won't dump them out. And then the other thing I'm thinking about doing is one of the very, very first beers I ever did was a Thomas Hooker Meadow IPA. And it's really local to us. It's one of the older breweries in Connecticut now. And I thought I'd go back and re-review that and just see what I think of it now that I've become a hophead. But that's it. That's my year in review, rambling. This is my first beer, so I'm not drunk. So I really enjoy your comments from all you guys. We made some real online friendships. You guys are great. I love you all. And until next time, keep drinking.